So we have Bear, Hesphina, Horgrush, Tarvon, Tihunwo, and Tusk. You're heavy on the T's and the H's tonight. We return to the adventuring party.
Okay.
Sneak around. Sneak.
Okay, they're coming.
Run away. Run away.
That's the first time I've just had fun with a match in a long time.
The adventuring party finds themselves nestled into a small mountain town called Summit's Rest. The town is situated at the base of a mountain range that's known for its tranquil atmosphere and breathtaking views. The locals are friendly, but tend to keep them themselves. The town's tavern, the Black Bear Inn, is a cozy spot with a roaring fireplace and known for its hearty food. Nestled in this mountain range, the Iron Spine Mountains, these mountains are rugged and unforgiving. The peaks that pierce the sky and valleys that hide treacherous hazards. And legends abound that say the mountains were home to ancient dwarven ruins and dragons' lairs, but few have dared to explore them fully. On the far side of the mountain, a bustling port city, Seabreaker's Landing, is located and is a hub for regional trade. You all have answered a call, an ad for an adventurer. A party needed to retrieve some lost goods and brave the pass across the mountains. Individually, you've answered the call, and as you made your way to the sleepy town, one by one, as you made your way into the bar, you were greeted by the burly barkeep, Magnus, the proprietor here, who pointed you to a table in the corner, and one by one as you arrived, he assured you that your employer would be along shortly, but drinks and food were on the house. Make yourself comfortable while you wait. For that, we will begin to introduce each other as you find yourself inside the Black Bear Inn. It's an enveloping, warm, inviting atmosphere. There's low ceiling is lit by flickering candles, casting shadows that dance across the wooden tables and walls. The air is thick with the scent of roasting meats and freshly baked bread. The fireplace roars, keeping the chill autumn air at bay as the first winter storms have begun to set in the region. Around the room, several tables are scattered and each surrounded by comfortable chairs and benches. You see a group of travelers huddled together, heads kind of bowed in quiet conversation. You see a lone adventurer sitting with a map spread out before her. As you make your way kind of through the room to the table, you're greeted by kind of a motley crew of assorted adventurers here. Who would like to introduce their character first?
Oh, great voice in the sky. I just have a question.
Yes, sir.
Can I pick up this pitcher of beer?
Yeah.
Because I'm a fucking orc and I want to have a pitcher of beer in my hand.
To do that, you would need the Hero Forge integration.
Okay, $29.95. You can take American Express voice in the sky.
Negative.
Okay, I am oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Here we go. Hello, everyone. I am Bear. I'm an orc monk. Don't let my size fool you. I could throw you through that wall. So don't piss me off. But no, seriously. I'm here to make money. And can I get a beer?
Barkeep brings tankards of ale to the party as you go around the table introducing yourselves.
Well, the name's Tusk, and I traveled this place. I didn't know what I'd stumble upon when I saw this peculiar ad in the paper, you see, and, well, it piqued my interest, and, well, here I am with you lot, and it seems rather exciting, so we'll see where this leads us, and maybe something for the journey ahead.
What does your character kind of look like, if you don't mind describing yourself?
So what you see before you, I mean, obviously doesn't look like the human wizard, is a 7'7" elephant person, dressed in robes, holding a staff. He seems quite old, and he's definitely quite heavy too. He goes by the name of.
Did he cut out for anybody else?
He just said
Yeah.
Tusk.
He goes by the name
Tusk.
of
I go by the name of Tusk. Sorry.
Gotcha. Who's next?
My name is Tarvon. I am a warlock, and I like to shoot blasty beams at things. And I'm just looking for adventure and fun with a ragtag group of people.
Well, I'm the. You see the Minotaur kind of stand up and kind of bows to the group, but he bows mostly to the Loxodon. And it's like Pathfinder Tihunwo. Just here to see what's going on. And he's got like a whole bowl full of beer nuts, but he's like put it down on the floor, and there's like this giant squirrel by his legs just going nuts at it. No pun intended. Is that it, or is there anyone else?
Sorry, can you hear Ro speaking?
I
No.
can. Yeah.
I could.
Basically, I burnt down my goddess's altar, and I need to replace it. So yeah, looking for some good cash.
What are you gonna do with that cash? Cause I'm just wondering. Why do you want cash? You say you want cash. What are you gonna use that cash for?
I need to rebuild my goddess's altar.
We could just go outside and smash some rocks and do that right now. Just go. Let's go find a rock. We can do that right now. You don't need money for that.
Yeah, it's not gonna need rocks. That's not gonna do it.
And our last party member?
Would be me. I think. Yes. So,
Hey, there you sort of.
and as you cast your eyes up, you'll see a balding face with very snake-like features tucked underneath a black hooded cloak. Horgrush has been adventuring for many years now. After a mission went awry for the Yuan-ti Empire, in which he found a book, and that book promised greater power in for effectively servitude. And being a Yuan-ti, the search for greater power was very intriguing. So he left the Yuan-ti Empire to adventure and seek out greater power, which has brought him here.
Nice.
So as you go around and introduce yourself, and tankards of ale begin to flow, and the barkeep has brought out a few plates of meat and stew for the party to fortify themselves for the coming adventure. It isn't long before you are joined by a halfling gentleman who's wearing a red fez hat, a red vest, in green pants with a green jacket. He is puffing quickly on a small pipe that he holds. He has long sideburns that meet a mischievous grin as he takes in kind of the party from across the room and then quickly approaches. Ah, my adventurers, you have arrived. Excellent. I see you have found accommodations already here. Thank you for answering the call so promptly.
Yes, well, everything seems to be adequately in order, so please proceed.
He kind of marches over to the table and takes a seat and begins to tell the tale of that he's a merchant of sorts and had a special order that needed to arrive at the seaport across the mountain. He hired a relatively reputable group of adventurers known colloquial as the Red Drakes. They came highly recommended, and he paid a pretty penny to have the item rush delivered across the pass. All in all, not a bad-looking party, all things considered. There was a tall red one, had scales, one of them dragonborn types. Went by the name Garland. It was one of them tiefling witches. Had horns just kind of like yours, as he points to the tiefling among the party. Although she was a bit of the witch type, if you know what I mean.
Wait,
had a human with
which
them.
type?
Exactly. One of them tiefling witches is the way he describes it.
Oh, which? Okay. He's a little slow.
They had a big fella too, kind of like this bear guy. He went by the name Bruga, the warrior type. And then they had one of them smart humans, kind of kept to the shadows. Lovis, I believe, is what he went by, or at least that's what he told me. Either way, as he begins to describe kind of the appearance of each, I paid top coin to get the item through the through the pass. Sorry, I just lost my place. But I have received word via sending from my merchant friend on the other side of the pass that it has been 2 days and they are overdue. I worry that something terrible has happened, and it is critically important that this item is not lost. I would hate to have to pay for an expedition up digging around in treacherous ground to try to find this item. And a blizzard is due to set in across the mountains over the next few days. So if they're stuck up there somewhere or run into trouble, they're as good as dead when that blizzard hits. And that's where you come in. I'll always offer a fair price, and I'll compensate each one of you 300 gold pieces for the safe return of my special order. If you happen to bring back any of the red drakes, I'll increase it to 500 per person. And it's always good to have a friend in the merchant business. So what do you say?
Well, I'm in.
Tarvon nods in agreement.
So it's an item that's being shipped here that got delayed?
No, it was from here to over the pass. But if some trouble has befell to it, it would be imperative that it's returned to me.
What item is it?
It's a small package, as he describes a small wrapped box.
What's in the box? I feel like if we're going to go and risk our necks, we should figure out what's in the box.
That's what the coin is for.
So you're saying you're willing to pay us to retrieve an unknown item?
It's coming back here anyway, so it's no point. Might as well get it.
I don't know. I'm quite curious. I mean, to know what we are delivering is one thing. To know what we are not delivering is another, and I dare say that is worth a few extra coin.
I agree with the elephant man.
Roll me persuasion.
Yes, sir. That is a unnatural 20.
He puffs on his pipe quickly, looks around you. I guess you look like trustworthy folk. It's an artifact. Unknown origin. But I know enough to know that it's dangerous. And now that the item's fate is uncertain, it's really up to you to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. With the coming blizzard, time is short to recover it.
Tusk looks around the room and says, "Well, are there any objections?"
Sound good to me.
I'm good here.
I'm
It's
always
fine with
in.
me.
Well, sir, it appears we have a deal.
Well, the town is indebted to me. Long story, and no need to time to go over it now. But if you need any mundane items that you may not have brought with you, the barkeep Magnus will be sure to see that any needs are fulfilled. So, this being a brand new adventure and new characters and so forth, you have your starting gear. But if there would have been some items that you would have kind of collected on the journey, maybe extra thing of rope or just kind of mundane, non-magical, wondrous type items, by all means, you may go ahead and add some of those items to your character sheet. And feel free to discuss amongst yourselves any needs you think you may need as you head off into this treacherous, icy mountain pass.
I don't know if, out of character, I don't know if people need reagents for spell casting. Or if you're going to waive that.
That is a good point to bring up, because not everybody's played with me. So, house rules for spell casting. Your focuses will replace any material items that you are needing that do not have a gold value. If you have something that needs a gold value, you do need to have the items necessary to cast the spell.
Cool.
Potion usage. Using a potion is a bonus action. Feeding somebody else a potion is a full action.
Cool.
I'm repeating, so potion myself is a bonus action. Giving them a potion is my action.
Yeah, like if somebody's down and you need to pour it in their mouth.
Oh, if they're down, you're saying. But I mean, if he's like, okay, I'm at 20 out of 40 hit points. Here, have a potion. Is that a bonus action?
That's just handing them the potion.
Here, have a potion. Okay. But if you're on the ground, that's an action. Well, yeah, picking you up is an action.
Yeah.
So, you've evolved since I played with you because we didn't used to require reagents, although people played with them. I come from a subterfuge where we just accepted that we always had enough. So I need to add this to my inventory. And so it sounds like some of the spells that I might have that I could cast. I'm a monk. I'm not casting spells.
I don't think you're going to have a whole lot that applies here.
We're good. Let's go.
But like a cleric, for example, needs to have some diamond dust. So if you don't have any of that in your starting gear, we can appropriate some for you, as a character at 5th level would have, a pocket full of stuff that they need.
Yeah.
So it's just an opportunity to top off from character creation as far as any mundane flavor items, things of that nature.
May we add a potion of healing or two?
Roll me a d4. You may add 2 potions of healing to your inventory.
Can I add some rope?
Yeah, rope is free.
Okay, thanks.
So as the party sets out with speed, 5 hours into the hike up the mountains towards this pass, you encounter a quick-moving frozen river. There are chunks of ice moving through it down the river. You see a 60-foot waterfall feeding kind of the river, most of it completely frozen over. You hear below a second waterfall, sending those icy flow and chunks careening down over the mountainside. You see snow has begun to collect in the trees and branches as you approach this obstacle.
What time did we leave this morning?
Let's say you set out pretty early.
7 a.m. So is it lunchtime? It's lunchtime.
Yeah, it's around noon.
Okay.
What about second breakfast?
I don't think he knows about second breakfast.
Well, does anybody have a way over this river?
I have a bunch of rope.
How far across is the river?
Obviously, picture-wise, it's not as wide, but let's say it's wide enough. Let's say it's 60-ish feet across.
Oh, so it's not like I can just throw a gnome across with rope around him.
No.
Okay.
Oh man, that would have been fun.
Sorry, I do the best I can to apply the theater of the mind with some props as best I can, but...
No, but it's just the question for the theater of the mind so we know how to react. That's all.
Yeah.
Tusk is
Bear
going...
think he could throw Gnome 60 feet across river.
I dare say that that's possible. What's the name of the Hesphina? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
This is quite a simple task. Who feels capable of throwing a gnome? A gnome, do you feel well enough to be holding a rope?
Yeah, sounds fun.
All right, well, if we all make our way to the riverbank...
While everyone's doing their thing, I want to do a quick check for kind of like tracks of either of like travelers or animals that may lead to an unknown or safer path across.
Roll me a perception.
All right. That's a nat 20.
Fucking aced it, boy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Head fucking 20, boy. Look at that shit. While he thinks that.
Okay, so you see on the cliff walls movement. You see tracks on the ground around you. They look somewhat humanoid, but looking closer, they look almost primate. Moving amongst the walls, the cliffs, look to be 4 great apes, camouflaging themselves with the sides of the cliffside. They look to be looking and keeping attention not only on you and the party, but across the river, something there in the bushes. And as you follow their eyes to look underneath there, you see what appears to be a wounded owlbear. As you take this in, and because you got a natural 20, it is missing its eyes. You see blood streaked down its cheeks, caking the feathers.
Hey. I'll try to get the party's attention towards the owlbear.
I dragged you down to tell you this, so I'm going to drop you back up there and you can share what you want.
Yeah.
A whole lot more than I thought I did, so.
Hey. Guys, hey. Just trying to get everyone's attention and point their attention towards the direction of, and if you want to describe again.
On the cliffs, as The character takes a look at the tracks around in the snow. They see several humanoid, but upon closer inspection, they look to be primate. Shadowed in the cliffside overlooking the waterfall is 4 great apes taking shelter there. Their attention is divided not only between you, but also something on the other side of the river under the bushes. With the natural 20, Ken spots a wounded owlbear that looks to be missing its eyes, its cheeks and feathers caked with blood. They look scared and hunkering down under the bushes.
Hey, Gnome, I don't think I should throw you over there.
Maybe not. That seems like something's over there with them.
Well, I mean, I can magically make one of you smaller, and then we could quite easily throw you over the river. And at the casting of one's magic, I can simply dispel, and you would become full size again.
Let's throw
Unless
the
you-
Minotaur. He's big. You go.
Well, I mean, I just don't think you'd be able to throw the Minotaur.
He'll be small, and I count as a very big creature, so we'll be fine. I'm an
What?
orc. I count as a large creature. Well, I guess when it comes to grappling. If I'm gonna grapple, then can it be safe to assume if he shrinks somebody, I can chunk them as if I am a large creature?
So
I'm strong.
out of character, the spell, if I do reduce, will turn someone to 1/8 of their current weight.
God.
So they're still going to weigh something, even though they're small. So if you shrink the biggest creature, it could still weigh 60 to something pounds.
I have a lot of strength. Yeah, well, that's true. He may not fly as far as I think he will.
We can find out.
I think we should find out.
Can I see what may have injured the owlbear?
From this distance now.
Well, I'd like to start creeping closer.
You'll need to cross the river to be able to inspect it.
Oh, okay. You are
I'm just saying I
set.
get advantage
I let
on
you
the throw,
X-ray the
so-
level.
I noticed it. Like, okay,
Natural 20.
okay.
I get advantage on a throw. I'm just saying. I get advantage on a throw. I bet you I roll a 20. I bet you he lands safely on the other side and cuts whatever it is in half as he lands.
Well,
Game
do
over.
we have a volunteer to be thrown?
Don't forget to have rope with whoever is thrown.
Oh yeah, I have a lot more rope than I thought I had.
I mean, Hesphina, surely you can muster up the bravery to make your way across.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, okay.
Just be sure to wrap the rope around the tree on the other side, and so we can get across quite quickly.
All right, but I mean, I'll need to take off my armor, won't I?
No,
You don't need to do that.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. As you are, everything about you will be reduced in size. So your weight becomes quite nominal, and it would be like throwing a heavy ball, if that.
If nobody wants to be shrunk and thrown, I am willing to disappear into my genie's bottle, and you can throw the bottle across.
It's okay. I'll do it.
I get advantage on that actually. That's not a bad idea.
Besides which, I'm a gnome. If you
Yeah,
reduce the gnome, I'm gonna
maybe
be
he
like
can,
10 pounds.
stealth when he lands or something.
Also, I really like the genie idea, but we won't be able to get the rope across.
Oh, we just attach it to the handle.
Tie it
of
to
the,
my bottle.
The handle of the genie lamp. I'll just tie the rope around the genie lamp like this. Done. And then I just throw this like a football in that direction. Towards that tree. Right over...
Well,
Assuming this is the river. Right over there. That tree. And...
This does seem like a much safer method.
I kind of want to throw the gnome, though. You know.
Well,
If the gnome wants to go for it. I'm just throwing that offer out there.
I'll do it. It's fine.
The Minotaur takes an arrow and kind of notches it in its bow and is like, I will cover you.
we've got you from across here. And he's going to cast second level spell, Enlarge and Reduce. Now it is a Constitution saving throw, but if he's willing, there's no saving throw required. But I do have wild magic. Just to remind you.
Okay. So,
So you cast the spell?
We get to the ideal position first out of character.
Yeah.
And we give him the rope and I cast the spell.
Okay. Although you feel the tinge of a little bit of wild magic, no adverse effects happen. First spell out of the gate. So, you have a very, very small gnome on your hands.
Oh yeah, I see him. See, like, look at my thumb. That's a little gnome. Here I go. Put some spin on it. I gotta put some twist on this one. And one up and a throw.
Okay, give me an athletics check with advantage. So if you right-click on the athletics check, you should have the advantage option.
Pool.
Hold on, bear with me. I'm doing this on the character sheet, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on, hold on. I'm on my I'm on my character sheet. Say it to me one more time.
Athletics, which is the top of your skills. Right-click.
That's acrobatics. So athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics is strength. So click on the +6.
Yeah, well, right-click on the 6, and then there should be an advantage option.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right click on the 6 and advantage, and then click roll.
Yep.
Oh, you're fucking dead. Oh, there you go. I saw the 3. All I saw was the 3. I thought he was dead. I didn't see the other one.
I love how it went from I can throw him over no problem to he's dead. He's dead.
Instantly.
Okay, so what was your roll?
23.
23. So the gnome sails over, trailing this rope like a long foxtail. Crashes into the snowbank, but due to his size and distance, is able to roll across without issue.
Are you okay over there?
And Tusk dispels the magic and it becomes normal size again.
Whoop.
I'm good. I'll try and tie the rope around the tree.
Okay.
Yes.
You secure your end around the tree. Feels very anchored.
And while
Are you
and then
across
I'll
the rope to get to the other side.
Well, who tied it on this side?
Oh god, I'm dead. Tie the rope. I tie the rope to this tree right here. Done.
Okay. So you're going to shimmy across the rope, across the crossing?
It's just
I'll be
one
on
damn
guard
rope.
for anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna like hold my weight on it and like do arm and leg over. You know what I mean? Like, how do I do this?
Yep.
Like this.
Okay. So Obi, are you going first?
I'm gonna go first, you guys. Look,
Okay.
we're
So
safe.
Bear jumps on this thing and begins to shimmy across, and you're about halfway when you hear this kerplash right next to you as a rather large rock narrowly misses you, splashes into the water. Some of it comes up and hits you and makes some of the rope wet. I need you to make an acrobatics check to stay attached to the rope as the Great Ape has begun to throw rocks at the party.
Need me to make an acrobatics check, he said. And that caught me by surprise, so I don't get advantage, so I just get to click this button.
Yep.
Oh, I'm dead, you guys. Oh, that's a 17. I'm good. I can't tell if it's a 3 or
A roller
it's like it
coaster
lands
of
on a 3
emotion.
and it's like it looks like it's on a 3.
That's 24 on my
Yeah,
end.
we're good.
So the splash doesn't phase Bear at all. He shimmies across the river without issue.
I'm
But
on
at this
the
point,
bottom of
the
the ravine,
apes
by the
look
way.
to have been agitated by the crossing, and they look like they are preparing to throw another rock.
Since I'm over here, I react when I land by saying, "Watch out!" I'm like down. Oh, there I am. I think I see myself. There we go.
Yeah, you're good.
I can't get myself back up. How do I
You
do
can
a?
you can always shift left click to do a teleport.
Hold on, I lost it. I've got it wrapped around something down there.
If you double click your
Let me
portrait,
see if I
it'll.
can.
I can
Zoom.
also bring him right up wherever we need him.
Oh. I'm alive.
Okay, so the apes look to be agitated at the party and begin to throw rocks as you try to cross the river. Who is up next, or what is the party wanting to do?
Well, Tihunwo's been keeping watch, so I'm going to try. I think he wants to try a warning shot to let him know don't.
Okay. Are you actually aiming for one, or are you just like giving a warning shot?
A warning shot, a clear
Okay.
warning shot. So, 14
You
to hit.
fire off a warning shot. It sails by one of the great apes. They all get quiet for just a second and then turn and begin to shriek. Some of them have now begun to beat their chest as one of them hurls a rock at you.
It's at this point, Tusk just gets
That's going to
angry.
be a 22.
Oh yeah, no, that hits. Wait, no, I can't do like a
7
dodge.
points of bludgeoning as
Okay.
the rock smacks into the side of you.
How far away are they from us?
That's a good question.
I guess my better question should be: is are they more than 120 feet?
No.
No. Okay.
They're sub 100. I think the furthest one's like right at 100, yeah.
Okay. Cool. From the edge of the bank, or sort of from where, let's say, I'm standing right here.
Yeah, so if you hit M and then hit 2, you can actually measure it out. So just over 100 for you.
Okay. Cool. So Horgrush seeing them beat their chest, throwing rocks. That's all he needs to know and see that they're hostile. He is going to launch an Eldritch Blast at this dude. Like, that's kind of
If you hold
not the
tab, you can see names.
Monkey B. Monkey B.
Oh, I see them. They're up there.
Yeah.
All right. So as you wind up to cast your magics, I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiatives.
We just click the initiative button, right?
That is
Right.
correct.
14.
Wow.
17.
So Kelly's using, or Duncan is using combat tracker. So when we roll initiative, it'll automatically track into his combat tracker.
Yeah, it didn't pick up Obi's. Obi, did you click it yet?
Yeah, I rolled an 11, a 7 plus 4.
Okay. Gotcha. And okay,
Has it been
so
picking up my other rolls? I'm sorry.
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Sometimes it's ever since Wizards bought fucking D&D Beyond, it's been fucking squirrely.
Clay falls
And I see your
off.
initiative 1 minute ago, 11. It just didn't
Corporate
pick up.
level bullshit.
Unless I have the wrong character loaded in this encounter.
You might have my
How much?
ranger loaded, and I have loaded in an orc monk.
Okay. Well,
Or you might have my druid loaded.
you
Yeah, because
you
we
just
talked about a druid. Yeah,
that's fine. Just
Sorry.
track your HP accordingly.
Yep.
Okay. So as you fire off the spell, go ahead and roll for your attack and whatnot. And this is
25.
on Monkey B. That squarely hits Monkey B.
5 points of damage.
You hear it squeal in rage, and it puts out the little fire that the Eldritch Blast caused on its chest, a little singed ape hair. And with that crack of arcane energy, you hear the owlbear that's been huddled under the trees roar and scream out of fear. Tusk, you are up. Hesphina, you are on deck.
Well, quite obviously, this is uncalled for, and he's going to spend 3 sorcery points, and he's going to cast Twin Fireball.
Okay.
Fireball is it fireball or firebolt?
All.
Because you can only twin spell a single target.
Let me just reread, make sure I read it correctly. You can spend sorcery points equal to a spell's level, which is 3, to target a second creature in range with the same spell as long as... Okay, yeah, I guess I can't twin fireball then. Fine.
Sorry.
No, that's good. I appreciate that. So,
Wait, didn't he just say that you can target a second creature?
yeah, but this is a dex saving spell. It's not a...
Oh, death saving spell. Gotcha.
So I'm going to hit monkey A, B, and C.
All right. And they are rolling at dexterity.
DC 15.
Natural 20. Failure on B. Failure on C.
30 damage for failed save, 15 for a successful.
The apes look quite infuriated and now a little charred. Anything else on your turn, Tusk?
You also want to roll for wild magic.
Yes. You go ahead and roll me a d20.
Sure. Oh, it's a natural one.
Fucking Christ. Out of the gate.
Yep.
We're about to find out exactly. Hold on, where it is.
Sorry, I should have mentioned this before we started.
Yep. I didn't have the source up. Okay, I need you to roll a D100, sir, as the sorcery magic crackles around you, causing a rift and a surge. Let's see what happens.
65.
Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you takes 4d10 lightning damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm one of them. Tihunwo is second and Horgrush is third, just simply based on placement. Do they just take a flat 4d10 or is it like a dex save or something?
No, it just says take 4d10 damage.
That's some wild magic.
That sounds right.
22 points of arcane lightning, or of lightning damage as electricity races amongst you after following this trail of this fireball and shocks the shit out of you.
Question, can I use counterspell?
I do not believe you can counterspell wild magic. But I am looking now.
Yeah.
Great question. And sorry. Ugh.
No,
It's funny
you're
because
good.
I get a rock to the face, and suddenly I'm just electrocuted at the same time.
It's at this point Tusk says, "Watch out! They have magic of their own!"
Yeah, I can feel it. Oh.
I have a side question for how I am to track my.
Your volume is very low, by the way.
That's not the first time I've heard that. Is that any better?
That is, thank you.
So, how do I track my key points?
So if you go to actions and you scroll down the list, you should see boxes which you can put a check mark against, essentially.
Due to the nature of this particular wild magic surge, it falls within the classification that would allow you to attempt to counterspell it.
Then I am gonna cast. I'm gonna cast to negate the damage. Was it a? Where would it fall? Would it fall as a 3rd level or lower?
Yes, it is
Yeah, because the fireball spell, I guess it would go off of that.
correct.
Yeah.
If he counterspells it, then my fireball wouldn't connect, I assume.
No, he's just countering the wild magic effect of it. We're just trying to find the DC for that particular challenge.
Yeah.
For this particular ruling and narration's sake, let's just say yes.
Then it's 3rd level or below.
Yes.
Cool. So if it's 3rd level or below, I'll cast it, and it just fails, and it has no effect. I only need to do a DC check if it's 4th level or higher.
So
Sweet.
you begin to recognize that the air crackling around you with this sorcery magic is about to find a conduit to ground, and are able to dissipate that via a counterspell, saving the party that damage. So if you took damage during that, go ahead and restore it.
And just as your reference, DM, that was a 3rd level spell, so I've only got one 3rd level spell slot left.
Cool. So that was Tusk's turn. Hesphina, you are up next. Horgrush, you're on deck.
Sweet, thank you.
Okay. Well, there. How far was it from me? It's. Oh, they're up the cliff.
They are up the cliff.
Oh, that's gonna be shit.
All right, so when it says 14 tiles, 13 tiles, that means 5 foot a tile.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'll use dash and go 50 feet towards the cliff.
Okay.
How do I initiate a line to draw a line like that?
Down at the bottom, right-hand side, there's an M option there.
Ruler, thank you.
And yeah, there's really not much else I can do. So.
Okay. In that case, Horgrush, you're up. Obi on deck.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go for Monkey B again, and Horgrush is gonna reach out with his hand, and you'll just see behind a skeletal hand appear behind Monkey B. And I'm gonna cast Chill Touch. Oh, that
Okay.
was fucking 20.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. We double all dice involved for a critical roll.
So Monkey B is now held by that skeletal hand, and it's gonna take and you said it just double the roll.
No, double the
What is
amount
it,
of
crit?
dice in the roll.
Double the amount of dice in a roll. Yeah, okay. So would it work if I just did it twice?
Sure.
Cool. That's gonna be 33, if my math is right. Points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Giant ape beast screams as this skeletal hand does chill touch on it. That's pretty wicked. Anything else, Horgrush?
Um. Uh. No. That's it. It's just held by a skeletal hand now.
Okay. Obi, you are up. And Tihunwo is on deck.
What additional effort would you say would it take to get up the rocks to work up towards them, like to the right?
It would be a
Like 2
climb.
for 1, so like 12 is 9, 9 is 12.
Yeah, it would be
or whatever.
considered difficult terrain for
Okay.
intents and purposes of the encounter.
Can really feel the wind blowing when you hear it.
Hmm.
And feel free to put on some battle music or something.
Oh, right.
Well, I'm just going to move this way with the aid of Adrenaline Rush. So I'm going to get dash as a bonus action and double my movement speed. So I'm going to get about right here. And I'm just going to work my way up the rocks towards them.
On your ruler, Obi, if you click that number 4, the one that looks like the little person,
Uh-huh.
and you move your character, it will draw the line.
Alright, so I'm there, and then what do I do again?
If you hit the ruler option and then click that little person looking thing with the ears on it. Number 4. And then you move your character, it should have the line attached. Either way, you can just move your character over and eyeball it if necessary.
Oh, no, I'm
Whatever.
not doing it right. I don't understand. I'm
We
just
can
setting...
sort it out later. Just eyeball it.
Well, I drew a line before
Okay, well then you're
from my
good.
spot to right here, and it said 9.0 was like right there.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I'm gonna do.
And isn't your base movement 6 though? It's 30 feet.
And he's
Thought it
using
was
a
30
dash.
feet. And I used a dash to move 60, which would have been 12 tiles, but if it's elevated, then you said it's like difficult, so 2 for 1.
Ah,
so.
okay. Well, right for the area right there, you can move your full distance. I thought you meant like climbing it vertically up the wall. I didn't understand you were going up the gradient path
Yeah,
there.
going up the ramp, you're fine. No rough terrain.
So okay, so you use dash. Ken,
Now,
you...
what did you say to
Sorry.
make, if I click on him and I need the line for my character, what do I do again?
In your ruler option, there's an option there that lets you have that number 4.
How do I open the ruler option? Oh, like the wheel option you're saying?
I don't know how to describe it to you.
It's like on
Press
mine, I hit
M on the
M.
keyboard and then
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, hit M, then 4. And then move
Yeah,
your character.
M and then 4.
And then move your character.
And if I left click and hold on my character, nothing happens.
Well, you still get your other icons, like just like right click somewhere off on the screen, and then just grab your character and move him like you were doing earlier. Now you get the line.
Alright, we all in agreement.
Yeah, we're good. So, Ken, you're up. Tarvon on deck. We'll settle
I
in.
can't
We'll
imagine
settle into a
this
rhythm.
is
We're a big group, and this is our first combat.
Yeah, he's gonna. 1, 2, 3. I should have just done that. He's gonna move up the bank so he can get himself a good line of sight. And since everyone's having fun with ape monkey B, he's gonna like point at monkey B, Babe Ruth style, cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then he's gonna just take a long draw back and just shoot an arrow at monkey B. Wow, that was quite the dramatic. I gotta fix that. Okay. Sorry about that. 27 to hit.
27 is going to smack the shit out of Monkey B.
8, 6, plus 3. 11 points of piercing.
Monkey B
Yep.
looks charred and bloodied.
Bloodied, wow. That ends my turn.
Tarvon, you are up. As the great apes look like they're picking up rocks.
Tarvon, seeing the bullshit that happened with Tusk a little while ago, I was going to move away a little bit. Now, Monkey A, it looks like he's kind of on a ledge. How secure is he up there?
I don't know.
Alright, fine. I'm going to cast my Eldritch Blast with 2 beams. Both beams are going to push him back 10 feet if they hit. Hopefully knocking him off of wherever he's at, or slamming him into a wall.
Okay, let's roll the hit.
First one's going to be 22.
That's going to hit.
Okay, with this beam, it's going to have a little bit of fire to it. I can add a +3, so that's going to be 13 damage. So 11 force and 3 fire.
So a total of 14?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then it also can push him up to 10 feet away in a straight line.
Okay, and I'm assuming you're pushing him off this way?
Well, it's in a straight line from me, so I'm just trying to like knock him back, or if he's like on a small ledge, make him like lose balance and whatnot.
Gotcha, okay. Then I will have him roll an athletics check to stay on. Unfortunately, he rolls a 28 and is able to keep grip to the rock.
All right,
So-
second beam incoming. That's going to do the same thing. It's going to be a unnatural 20.
That hits.
That's going to be 9 damage, along with trying to push him again.
He rolls a 4. So he fails, loses his grip. That's 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, only takes 10. So he comes crashing in, but does get most of his lower torso wet as he crashes into the waterfall pool.
And that is my turn.
And he is now at the base of the cliff and looking rather pissed as he locks eyes with this creature that dares charge his cliff. What is his movement?
Whoops.
Oh. I'm having a brain fart. What's 40 movement? How many tiles is that? That's
8.
8 tiles. Okay. So just enough to get within range there. And he will make 2 fist attacks.
Hesphina, look out!
27 and a 13.
First one hits, the second one misses.
And the first one hits like a Mack truck as it backhands you and does 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, shit.
It will turn and use its last movement square to move away back towards the cliff. Provoking an attack of opportunity, so you chose to use it.
Yes, I will choose to use it.
Okay.
I'll swing at his back with my greatsword. Yes.
Yep. Let me know what you roll.
Just.
Did you swing? Oh, there we go. Aw.
Badly.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. Well, actually, what is the total roll?
10.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not gonna hit. As it scampers away back towards the cliff, not looking like it wants to stay on the ground. The other apes are going to begin to chunk rocks. One at Bear. 14 to hit, which I believe is going to miss.
Yes.
C is going to chunk a rock at blah blah blah, whoever that mindleak there. 15 to hit.
That hits.
Going to do 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is he the one that's out there all by himself in the?
And
Is he dead?
one towards the Minotaur is going to be 24 to hit.
Yes.
And it does 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And that is the ape's turn. None of them seem to advance. And you hear a screech from the underbrush. And the owlbear emerges, but not knowing where it's going. Looks like it's wandering kind of away from the party, but quite pissed and angry. Tusk, you're up. Hesphina, you're on deck.
Okay. Tusk is going to move up slightly, and he's going to take the twin spell action, and he's going to cast Firebolt twice on Monkey A.
Okay. Roll the hit.
And it's a 17 and a 10 to hit.
Both hit.
That is 16 damage and 15 damage. 5 damage.
31 points of damage against which ape?
Monkey A.
31 points against Monkey A. Okay.
I'll roll a d20 for Wild Magic.
By all means.
It's a 7.
Okay, you're safe. Hesphina, you are up. Horgrush on deck.
Alright, I'm going after Monkey 8.
Okay.
Get close enough. And try and drive my greatsword through his back.
Okay.
There we go. Unnatural 20.
That hits.
Whee. I have forgotten something. Sorry, 1 second. There's a Paladin.
No worries. These are all new characters. First encounter. These are going to take a while.
Yeah. Great weapon fighting. You can re-roll a 1 or 2 on damage dice with melee weapons wielded by 2 hands.
By all means, reroll away.
Here. That's better. 13.
13. Creature looks bloodied.
And he has Hesphina has 2 attacks per action.
Okay, well, let's swing away.
Forget that as well. That one's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Excellent. Yeah, 6 to damage will do.
Okay. Anything else?
No, he's just gonna. No, that'll do it for this time.
Horgrush, you're up.
Alright, I am. Just want to figure out how far I am from. Not really too far. Okay. I'm gonna go after Monkey B and do 2 beams of Eldritch Blast to Monkey B.
Okay.
So the first is a 9 to hit, and the second is a 25 to hit.
9 misses, the 25 hits.
And that'll be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage against Monkey B. Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Obi, you're up. Ken on deck. Tihunwo.
Tihunwo.
Okay. Obi's making
Is
tracks.
This,
Sure.
Is this sufficient? Alright.
Making the tracks and checking them twice.
Alright. Well, I want to initiate a grapple attempt against this one.
He's literally charging a giant ape and trying
Charging
to
a giant
wrestle it. Okay. You may attempt to grapple it with an athletics check. It will oppose you with an athletics check. 23 versus whatever you're rolling. So you should be athletics.
Uh-oh. I lose.
So you failed to grab. You try to go in for the clinch. And the ape just shoves you back. And you are not able to grapple it. Anything else?
Am I still allowed to take a bonus action even if I miss that?
Yeah, you're able to take a bonus action. That's in.
Ooh. Well, then, can I spend a key point and use a Fury of Blows attempt against the ape?
Hell yeah, you can.
Well, I want to do that. And so that is a... I think it's that one. And I roll a 14.
14 hits.
Okay. And then it does this for damage. 10 damage, but then I want it to initiate the extra ability to knock it back 15 feet. Since my actions can count as a large creature's.
Yeah, what is that? A Dex or Constitution save? Wisdom?
Let me
What is
look.
it?
That is a... I don't know. Let me find it. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
You're fine.
My powerful build ability, I count as one size larger when determining. Well, no.
This would be under
That's
your
not
monk
it.
powers.
This is under my. I'm sorry. Where is it?
They're good. While you're looking that up, Tarvon, what do you want to do? I'm sorry. To Ken's up. Tarvon, you're after that. My apologies.
Here it is. Get pushed up to 15 feet if it fails a strength saving throw. DC 14.
20 on its
Open
strength saving
hand
throw,
technique.
so it doesn't get thrown.
Okay.
So, Ken, you're up. Tarvon on deck.
I think I was. We were still attacking B. But that's the one I'm just. He's going to line up another arrow and just keep to that one.
Okay. Fire away.
21 to hit.
21 to hit B. That hits.
And that's an 8.
They're giant apes. They have a really low AC.
9 piercing.
9 piercing on B.
And that's it.
All right. Tarvon, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna shoot another blast at A.
Okay.
Maybe 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Gonna be a total of 17 points of damage. That one's got a little fire to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm also going to push him away 10 feet.
Unfortunately, it does not provoke an attack of opportunity because he's not using his movement. But you do push him forward.
All right, and another beam's coming at him. Be 21 to hit.
It's
That's going to be 15.
good hits, man. All right. Okay, well, D has got this monk trying to do things to him, so it's going to smash at him with his fist. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hit me.
Yeah, it did. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Does this furry fist hit you?
I put a 1/6 in the box and click damage, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
What's your AC?
17.
Next hit is 16. That misses. So you get clonked with the first one, but somehow manage to dodge the second fist coming at you. A is going to use a dash to climb up to the top. I'll turn around and yell at you. C is going to chuck a rock at the owlbear.
That didn't provoke an attack of opportunity?
Now, because the Eldritch Blast pushed him 10 feet away from you.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Right.
That hits the owlbear. You hear the owlbear screech, and there's a big kind of flesh wound on its shoulder now as the rock smacks into it. And it continues to kind of run away, looking for something to bite and attack. And that takes us through all of those. Tusk, you're up.
Okay, I'm just calculating my distance away from them. How many squares would be 90 feet?
90 is 18 tiles.
Oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I basically moved to about here. And I am going to, I yell, enough is enough. And I'm going to cast Sleep in a 20-foot radius. It targets, I'm casting it at level 3. And gonna roll for Wild Magic. I roll an 8.
You're fighting from Wild Magic.
It is, there's no save for it. I just roll it, casting at level 3. And it's 5d8 plus 2d8 per level, so 5, 6, 7, 9d8. That's a roll. 48 points of sleep. So the weakest one, if that's enough, and then it adds on to the next one, to the next one.
Monkey B, eyes just kind of roll back, and it just falls into the snow at the top of the cliff, and begins to snore. The other monkeys, taking notice of this, seem very concerned. Don't seem to be able to wake him after poking him a couple times. They're chattering amongst themselves, unsure of what to do. But only one of them is affected by it.
Fair enough, and that's my turn.
Yeah, he had 48 on the dot.
Wow.
Ugh. Sorry, did you start with the one that had lost the most health?
Yeah, was I not supposed to?
Yeah, no, that's correct. That was C.
That's correct. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. B had
B,
48
B,
health.
yeah.
A has the next least amount of health.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you. That's my turn.
Okay, Hesphina and Horgrush on deck.
Right. I'll move 25 feet to the bottom of the cliff, at least. And then I will just cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Horgrush, you're up. We'll be on deck.
Okay.
6 health.
I'm gonna go Eldritch Blast to Monkey A. First one is a natural 1.
That's gonna miss.
Be shocked if it hit. Yeah, and the second one's a 9. So they'll both
Nine's
miss.
gonna miss as well, yeah.
Yeah. Shocking. Okay.
Okay. If no other movement or anything, then Obi, you are up.
Look at me. I'm gonna throw. Oh my god. My screen's moving around. Sorry.
We don't see it on our end. That's just your own camera.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw a javelin at Monkey A. Like, here. Hit that son of a gun.
You
Oh,
are in
God.
combat base to base with another creature, so to throw it at another one would be a
Wait, is that
disadvantage.
a disadvantage?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I committed, so what do I do? Right click?
You don't have to. You can choose another action. You didn't know.
Mind. I want to punch this one in the face right here in front of me.
All right, go to work
Good
on D.
boy. That's 19.
19 hits.
I did 9 points of damage. And then I want to use Fairy Blows on him. Take this, big man. Oh my god, it's 13.
That hits.
Oh my god, it does. Roll.
I really like the idea of a orc monk.
I didn't think, well, I didn't think about grappling other large creatures. Like medium creatures, this makes more sense, but now I'm trying to tango with the... So anyways, I want to try to knock his ass back 15 feet off the cliff.
Okay. He gets a strength saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he rolls a 14.
Damn it. And that's my...
Well, no, what's your DC?
It's just DC 14.
Oh, yeah, meets beats, yep.
Yeah, you win. So then I'll just stay right here.
Okay, Tihunwo. It's getting worse as we go.
Tihunwo. That's okay.
Tihunwo. Tarvon, you're up next.
He's going to move his finger over and point over at Monkey D. He's like, I tried to warn you. And move his hunter's mark to Monkey D. And then he's going to take a shot. That is a 23 to hit.
3 hits.
That's going to be plus 3.
It's against Monkey D.
Yes.
Okay.
14 points of piercing.
Alright. well-placed arrow pierces his back.
Now,
Anything else?
for half his movement, he's going to lay prone. That way, he's partially covered by the snow, but he's also at disadvantage for if they try to throw rocks at him.
Gotcha.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Well, the great apes begin to chatter amongst themselves. They seem rather concerned at their fallen comrade. This one is really unsure of this green one that's going toe to toe with them, and this other one's climbing up the base of the mountain. Upon closer inspection, they think that this may be more than they bargained for, and the fun and games of throwing rocks has worn its novelty. They will attempt to disengage and move away.
I choose the attack opportunity on this one as he tries to get away.
Sorry, before you start, which one was asleep?
B was asleep, I'm sorry.
Do you want to just make him prone so he can... Thank you.
Alright, was that... Yeah, that's monkey B. Okay, so these guys will attempt to run away, and then the one running away from Obi, go ahead and swing for an opportunity attack.
It's, do I just do unarmed strike? Is that what I do?
Yeah. Unless you have a weapon in your hand.
No. It's 17.
It hits.
But I want to... Well, I probably should have... It's too late. That's an attack. Alright, that's... I learned my lesson. 9 damage. And then I want to use a Fury of Blows.
Yeah, it's a reaction. So.
Yeah, it's a reaction. You don't get to
Can't
use
do
that.
that? Okay,
Yeah, because you're
I'm
doing this in
sorry.
addition to your turn.
Then that's all I did.
Alright. So the Great Apes will attempt to use their full movement to get away.
I should have tried to grapple him. That's what I wanted to do.
I think he tried the first time and he failed.
I wanted to try again.
Leaving
tried
their
twice.
fallen sleeping comrade behind.
Aw,
Oh, that's true.
we have a friend.
Hey guys, there's a guy.
Hold
over here.
on.
Takes us to the beginning of the next round. The owlbear seems to be angry and wandering off towards the forest away from the party. The apes seem to be retreating up the creek.
We should...
What would the party like to do?
This was the direction we were going anyway, right?
Yeah.
This is on the path, yes.
So then I will try to cross the rope.
Okay. So the party does not pursue, and the animals retreat. The owlbear wanders off into the woods. And the party begins to make their way across one by one.
Yep, I'll also go across.
Yeah, we won't need to make any further rolls.
What about the sleeping princess up there?
He will wake after 1 minute.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I would assume the party would cross quickly and then maybe retreat. If it wakes up, it's not going to attack you. It's going to run away.
That's fine.
But it does look before the party that you have some more trucking to do as the path seems to narrow and start climbing into elevation. The winds are beginning to pick up and there's a biting chill to them. Snow flurries around you.
Well, that was quite the encounter.
Yeah,
What
those
about-
guys weren't monkeying around, were they?
Can I look around for some dried out wood and leaves and stuff to build and start a little fire?
You can.
Is it too early to camp?
No, he just said it's getting cold and frosty, so I don't have a shirt on. It's freaking cold, you know? I want to get a fire going.
It's assumed that you have
Tinder
cold weather
box.
gear.
Alright, tinderbox.
You get some.
You'll
Alright,
have
get
some
a fire.
woolen-
I'm fucking warming up.
Tarvon wants to shoot a little Eldritch Blast across at the tree that the rope was tied to on the other side, and then attempt to retrieve the rope and give it back to Bear.
Okay. But considering it's a stationary target, you are able to do so.
All right, and then I'll untie it from the tree and give it back to Bear.
So,
We could have untied the rope from the other side.
We're on this side now.
Yeah, we should have just left him small, and then they wouldn't have been able to hit him. And then after they were all dead, he could have just gone on the other end, untied it, and swam back with it as it came back across the crevice.
Well, I don't think you quite understand how this magic works, but sure. Does anybody, he points over to the owlbear.
No, I think he said that thing walked off.
it's like off in the tree line. You could hear it receding away at this point.
Did it look like it was the victim of the apes, or did something else had taken its eyes?
Hard to tell. You didn't get to really inspect it.
Well, I suggest we continue to make our way before nightfall.
Taken away.
All right. The party continues down the icy paths. The elevation steepens and eventually comes to switchbacks as you head up into the treacherous peaks. Give me just a moment to put everybody down, bring you to a newborn.
Everybody's
Are we allowed
gone
to say
now.
this is a short rest attempt as we're getting where we're going, or is this just like we're walking?
That is up to the party if you're wanting to take a short rest at some point on the journey. I'll just have to tell me so mechanically we can handle it.
I'd say we're still
Some
walking.
of us got messed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who wants to take a short rest?
I'm fine. I think we should keep
Let
walking.
me see if I
but-
have a way to heal myself without doing that.
Can heal myself without the short rest.
Cool.
Okay, wow. So, after 2 hours of trekking along the narrow ledge of the mountain face, the path widens into switchbacks as you ascend into the pass. The snow and wind are beginning to blast sideways as the early onset to the blizzard begins to grow. As you make your way up this switchback in particular, up ahead about 50 feet in front of you on the path, a body wrapped in a red cloak dangles from a rope tied to a tree. It slowly spins in the wind.
How fresh does that body look?
Oh, it's moving around. It's pretty fresh.
And it's moving around because it's on a string.
Oh yeah.
You could roll me a. I don't know. What are you attempting to do?
Just to see if it like someone killed him last night, or if it's hanging up there for a month or two.
You would need to go.
What's
and
this
inspect the
body-
Then
Is
I
this
will-
body wearing red or something that we can use it to identify?
It looks to be wrapped in a red cloak.
Would this be one of those red drakes that we was looking for?
Any traps or anyone watching us?
Is that a question to me?
Yes.
How would you go about ascertaining that?
Tihunwo's, well, he's looking around the as a hunter himself, he's kind of looking around the spots to see if there's any kind of eyes peeking out at the party, or if there's looks like be any sort of
Roll me.
dangers.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, 23.
As you get closer to the body, swinging on the wind, wrapped in this red cloak, a couple features catch you as strange, and it doesn't take long for you to recognize that. That's not a human body. Looks to be a legless deer carcass.
Oh. Okay. I'm assuming that it's kind of hung up to keep it from predators.
Who would do this on such a curious part of a path? It seems more like a warning than a meal ticket.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
like,
don't
seems to
know.
be something out of the norm here.
Horgrush is going to move up closer and see if he can figure out what killed it. Like to about there.
Okay. Roll me a medicine check.
9.
Really not much you can tell from this carcass. It's been skinned and cut up. The leg's been removed. Roll me a perception check, though.
19.
You do see a small, kind of abnormal shaped pile of snow below the carcass.
Hmm.
Of course it is. I think I know what it is, but I probably don't know Iceely.
Like the pattern of the snow looks not natural. Like it's been disturbed.
I just say go around it and move on.
Can we go around it and move on though? I mean, we're pretty much right in the path.
You could avoid it and walk around it.
Okay.
We should just take this as a warning for sure.
So what does the party want to do?
Definitely going to avoid it, walk around.
Okay, so we're just going to walk around it and avoid it. Don't touch the dirty snow.
Don't poke the dirty snow.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case,
It's a trap. Maybe.
bring us to the last board. We'll spend a few minutes here, and then we'll call the session for the evening. I think I got everybody. Okay, so the switchback path takes an hour longer once you avoid the warning on your path, as you put it, and it takes about another hour to climb to the top. As it opens up into the Frostfall Pass, a snowy valley between two looming peaks, biting gust of wind howl through the past. You see a dark tent standing behind a low shelf of rocks. The door flapped open in the wind.
Hello? Anyone there?
Nothing answers you back.
Like to creep forward and listen carefully for anything moving within the tent.
I dropped you in the middle of the map just because that's where I loaded in, but I would think you would be kind of approaching it, so if you needed to adjust your position, by all means, I just threw you on the map.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so what was it? You're approaching the camp?
Yeah, creeping up to the tent, but keeping an ear out for anything moving within the tent.
Okay, roll me a perception as you approach the tent.
Perception. 19.
Camp itself is very still. the tent flap really the only thing making any movement or noise. As you do get closer to the tent flap, outside of the tent, kind of next to it, you see partially covered by snow, which kind of obscured its shape earlier, but there's definitely a body.
There's a body here, guys. Yeah.
Tusk moves up.
How did it die?
That's a good question. I guess I'll check to see how it dies.
Give me a medicine check.
That's a nat 2022.
Shit. Okay, so you roll the corpse over freaking Doogie Howser and begin to give it a life history. Unfortunately, its dental records are going to be not useful because its tongue and all of the teeth are gone from this corpse. Looking over, though, you don't see any other things, and with that natural 20, you're able to ascertain that it looks like this person died from exposure, and the teeth and tongue were taken after that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are we
So
following
we have
Victor
an owl-
For money
Frankenstein?
and the tongue to eat?
Yeah.
Looking over the rest of the body, based on your description that given to you by your employer, this body, it's a human, the outfit, the red cape. This looks to be Lovis, the rogue from the Red Drakes.
Looks like we found who we were looking for.
Any sign of the package?
I just walk into the tent.
Okay.
Blam.
You see the bedrolls and travel bags have been tossed around inside, but you don't see any blood, no damage. All of the gear is still in the tent, but you don't see anything fitting the description of Nim's special order.
I search the tent for anything valuable.
Everything's been upturned, but coming across you find about 500 gold pieces.
I stick them in our pockets.
You find a potion of animal friendship that's labeled.
I read the label once we're
This
done.
potion of animal friendship.
Okay.
And there looks to be a really master crafted maul. Like the weapon, M-A-U-L.
Let's go to the mall.
Hey guys, there's a mall in here.
You're saying he got mauled in the tent?
Yep.
Oh, sad.
Right here, look. It was sad news. Poor guy. Well, they always told him it was too much maul for him.
Is this where we're camping?
Yes, I build another campfire. There's gotta be some firewood around here somewhere. Look, there's some right
We're
here.
gonna have to sleep us all.
And right here. And right here.
Guess we're setting up camp for the night.
What's the party? You tell me.
I'm gonna put a campfire right here because, yeah.
Is there can I just do a survey around the area, see if there's anything worth noting or that we should be concerned about?
Roll me a perception.
Is the tent gonna be big enough to hold a 7-foot Tusk man?
Yeah. It's
can
like the
cuddle.
TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
Ah, nice.
21.
You look around, surveying the campsite, the area kind of around it, and you see a shallow divot in the snow. It's leading off towards the valley's cliffs. You notice the divot is a mix of like what appears to be drag markings and pole-like indentations in the snow and ice.
Could be a medical litter.
This is quite curious. I head towards it. Do I find any objects or?
It just kind of continues and leads off to the cliff. There looks to be maybe a cave off in the distance.
Survivors.
And it's about that time you hear a blood-chilling, just guttural roar rip through the valley. It looks to be from a distance away, but you are not the only creatures in this valley. And as you break for camp here, this is probably a good place for us to end the session this week, and we will pick up next Monday.
No. Well, Monday 2 weeks from now.
Or Monday 2 weeks from now.
Like and subscribe.
Ring that bell.